All right, I am back again. We're going to give you a little update real quick. We're talking XRP, Bitcoin, and then a couple stocks today. First of all, I'm going to start this off by saying what I normally say. I'm not your financial advisor. This is not an indication for you to buy or sell anything. This is just a documentation of my own trading journey. Okay? Now, with that being said, see my hat. That being said, a couple things going on in the crypto world. One, Bitcoin. We've been talking about it for a long time. I said what I wanted from that crypto world, that I think is going to get that stuff bought up by these institutions and these firms. Just get the price higher in Bitcoin, okay? And what that was one, yes, you get adoption, but another one is was the capital gains. No capital gains tax on it. Now, you didn't get it on the federal level yet. Okay, I don't know if they are, but he said that he wanted to. When I say he, I mean Trump. But on the other end of it, Missouri, out of all the states, Missouri is a red state. Okay, no capital gains tax on crypto, specifically Bitcoin is what I'm hearing the wording of. I'm not sure of all the other ones. Okay, it's just what I know. Also stocks and also real estate. Okay, so what they're trying to do from that, I'm gonna tell you what I think when I hear all of that. When I hear all that, one, they're trying to get Americans to buy back into, to invest into America in general. Okay, that's the general thesis here. Okay, now, what are we on here? Bitcoin. Now, okay, so that's one state right now. So one thing that I'm thinking about in my head is, yes, it's not on the federal level, but would you think that one state would come out and just randomly say, "Oh yeah, no capital gains tax, especially specifically capital gains tax on all that stuff, crypto, stocks, real estate"? Do you really think a state would come out and say anything like that if, okay, there wasn't like already some internal discussions taking place between them? If somebody already doesn't know what the general idea is going to be moving forward. Okay, I'm thinking in my head that Missouri's trying to front run what the original Fed is going to do. Okay, and on top of that, that's just one state. Even if the Fed does do it, let's just say the states just decide to all do it. Majority of states end up doing it. I'm pretty sure that's a law. I don't know I believe that's a rule, right? That's one of our laws. Majority of our states, they all make a law. If it's majority law followed by all the states, then it becomes a federal law. Don't know, but we're gonna hear about it. Okay. XRP, that's our next thing. Bitcoin, just chill on that. Okay, that's good. Good news in crypto. What are we talking about? XRP. The SEC comes out. Okay, we talk about the lawsuit. Okay, they actually sent the letter to settle the lawsuit. Okay, it's in their letter. Their proposal. Okay, and part of their proposal is, sorry about that. Part of their proposal is Jesus. Part of their proposal is, one, instead of the 125 mil that they wanted XRP to pay, instead of a 125, they just want 50 mil. Okay, now they didn't specify if they were going to pay in cash or in XRP. We're still going to wait to see what they're going to do with that, but that's what we do know. Also, at the same time, there's an injunction on XRP too. Don't ask me what it's about. It's something important. There's a lot of this stuff. I am not a lawyer. Okay, I'm not a financial advisor, and I'm not a lawyer. So I read this stuff, but I'm not like, what I'm saying. If I know a couple of, if I'm familiar with the terms and the jargon, then okay, I can help you out. Or if I'm interested in it. Law talk, I'm not interested in. Okay, and those documents are like hundreds and hundreds of pages. I'm not trying to read any of those. Okay, I'm just gonna sit back and do what I normally do. But there is remember I told you the main thing with XRP, I want them to be done with that case, because I think that when they're officially done, the way that they move, the way that they operate, I think they're waiting for the case to officially, everything signed, dress right, dress. Okay, good to go, aka. And then they start doing what they're doing. Okay, and funny thing is, after that letter came out, there is it's a firm, private equity firm that wants to buy, I think it was 50 million XRP. But the funny part is they wanted to buy it specifically to use it for what it is supposed to be used for. That's to be a vehicle for money, money processor, however you want to compute that in your head. That is fine. It can do multiple things, but those are the main things that we're talking about here. Okay? So that's what they got going on. So watch XRP, watch Bitcoin. I'm not going to speak on Ethereum like that because I don't really hold none, but I will give you what I think. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on to try to downplay Ethereum. Typically, that's what you look for, okay? Because I'm hearing all this news about Ethereum's going down, Ethereum's bad, Ethereum this, Ethereum that. And I go look at the chart, Ethereum is outpacing Bitcoin right now, okay? So that used to mean something in the crypto community. For all the nerds that are on this channel that, you know terms, crypto used to work on a cycle, okay? That means that, every 4 years it would start to run this and that, and then alt season kicks in, and how people would know alt season is about to start is Ethereum would start outpacing Bitcoin, okay? What I'm going to tell you is your previous cycles, you cannot use the same metric to try to put it in a cycle because you have things going on now that you didn't ever have going on. So how could you possibly try to, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't say it's a cycle, or you can look at other, the past to try to judge what's going on here, but you got to take it with a grain of salt because the whole game has changed right now. This is the part where this is what everybody wanted with crypto. Okay, you want it to be right where you are, right on the edge. Okay, if you're on the edge, you can't be back in your cycles, man. You're on the edge of adoption. You're on the edge of people recognizing you as a new financial instrument. Okay, newest one since bonds or whatever the newest significant one. Okay, hedge funds too, private equity. Anyway, that's what you got on XRP, crypto, Bitcoin. Easy coin. I'm gonna tell you again, YZY coin. I'm not giving advice or anything. I'm telling you what I'm looking at. I'm just saying, you don't want to mess with them. Cool. I'm just saying, there's a couple of tokens that he's got out there. I scooped up about as many as I could. I think I know which ones are gonna be used, but I'm not gonna broadcast any of that. Okay. I just went out. He's dropped a meme coin. I'm looking at all the meme coins. I mean, go do your own. If you really want to be involved in it, all you got to do, like I told you, go to financial Twitter, start there. YZY. Go looking around, do some reading, figure out what's what. About an hour in, you'll be good to go. Okay, but I'm watching that for a good play because if he does drop a meme coin, it's gonna probably look like Trump's coin, okay, or Melania. I don't know. Either way, some money. That's what I'm thinking. Stocks. Which ones are we talking about? Fngr short squeeze, right? That's the one that's looking real nice right now. I'm not gonna lie. It closed 350. Only thing you need to know, I think that there's a short squeeze in there. The market is in perfect conditions for a short squeeze. I'm looking at a borrow fee on that stock of 317%. What that basically means is when people go to short a stock, they pay a fee when they're shorting it, okay? And a normal fee is not 300 something percent, bro. It's like 3%. Okay, so it's abnormally high. So what that means is somebody is shorting a whole lot of shares. One, two, they can't find any more shares too short really like that. Okay. And when I say like that, that's because I told you before, they got a problem in Wall Street. That's counterfeit shares going around. You can still make money, but nonetheless, that is a apparent thing. And you know what I'm saying? Don't sue me. That's but again, we can go get blue sheets if that does happen. I'm cool with that, but I'd rather not go through that. Either way, Fngr, GBUX, I'm still waiting on. I'm scooping up Wolf like a maniac. Year out options. I told you that's my Bitcoin play is the miners. Pretty soon, a couple of smart people will be like, "Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. Bitcoin's gonna make money, but I'm gonna go to the miners." That's what people did in the gold rush or whatever. I just want to play. I know it's heavily shorted. I know it's attached to Bitcoin. I know Bitcoin's gonna go up. Heavily shorted play going up. We're $3. Why not? Why not put my money there? Forward, like it. Again, 1167 options a year out. That's what I'm looking at. Didn't buy any more. I'm just letting you know. Coca-Cola's iffy, but I feel like it's gonna have a little boom moment. But I'm just scooping that one. Okay. Still holding in an GBUX. Haven't bought any more. I don't know if I just mentioned that, but I'm running through these real quick. I'm tired. Just got out the gym. GBUX, yeah. That one still looks good. I didn't add more, but yeah, they're pretty much in the same spot. Okay. So you're up to date. Told you what I'm looking at. Told you the little bit of news that I'm hearing that I like. Also, Genius Act. It's another bill. Pay attention to it. It's a bill specifically attached to. It's helping out a lot of crypto, but mainly the stablecoin thing. Now, a lot of people don't understand the bill, and I'm not gonna lie, I probably don't understand it the most either. To break it down to the bare levels, because what's going on here is that bill that they wanted to be passed. Right? It has legislation in it that would make it to where to where it seems like to where all these banks and institutions and XRP can actually start doing what they want to do, which is using these stable coins to progress and innovate whatever they're trying to innovate. Okay, they're really harping on that. They really want that. Maxine Waters and a couple of people, they don't want. I'm not going to say they didn't want that, but they're trying to stall it. Fair enough. The main thing here is when Trump first got in there, he dropped the meme coin. People aren't too happy about it. Is it against the rules? Technically, no. But is it right? It's not ethically right at all. But, you know, everybody else is doing it. You know what I'm saying? There was never really a problem when he. Okay, all I'm going to say is the bill, she stalled it. They're trying to introduce something else. So they will pass the bill, but they want them to sign something else that says that members of Congress, certain members or whatever, can't do meme coins, and their immediate family can't drop meme coins or profit from meme coins. And the funny wording in there is stable coins. They can't profit from stable coins. And that is interesting because with the wording of what I got from this, with them trying to stall and the wording of that bill that they're trying to put in there, one, they know Trump made money off the meme coins and they want to make sure that he doesn't make any future money off of that. Two, know something. These people all know with these other guys typically what the agenda is, like where we're going to be going. Me, I don't. So I'm trying to draw the map. Okay, that's how I place the trades. That's how I trade, is by using my intuition, putting pieces together, and trying to make a thesis, like I told you, a trading thesis. Okay, adjust it as stuff goes. They know what he's trying to do, and what that tells me is there's a lot of money to be made in that bill. Not only that, Tim Scott is the main one talking about, oh, they stalled it. And I haven't heard Tim Scott ever like that. But when it comes to money, that dude is like the black Lex Luthor. That's what I call him. He's around. Yeah. But again, my opinion on it, I don't care. Stop messing with my crypto. Let's go. The major reason for that is because if they were serious, if everybody was serious about it, then you should introduce a bill that not only does prevent that, but prevent everybody else from being able to trade stocks and profit stocks on Wall Street while you're in office. It makes no sense. All investments should be like that. It's common sense. You know, don't stall my crypto for whatever you're trying to do. If you're trying to do the right thing, then do the right thing. Don't just come out here just to blow smoke. Okay, I don't got time for that. Nobody's got time for that. I got stuff I'm trying to do. Okay. Anyway, that's your update. Watch that Genius bill. It's probably gonna get passed, but you know, I wouldn't be surprised if, I mean, Bitcoin can go high. I told you from, I don't know where it was at, but I said 105, 110, 115. Okay, it's the area that I can see it going to. Before I do see, I think that it's going to have a little pullback, probably to the 93, 92,000 area. Okay, when that pullback is done, it's coming back up, and you're going to hear a lot of words about head and shoulders, inverse head and shoulders. It's a very bullish pattern, and that's what's going to take you to probably 150,000, 200,000. Okay, right on the cusp of it. Now, could it just not and go straight through? Yes. Could it just not and drop? Yes. I'm telling you what I see as the charts or what any other chart person would see. Okay, it's just my opinion. Do what you please. Okay, Big J out of here. Like I said, I'll make a video if there needs to be a video. If not, I'll be chilling. Peace.